Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Garden City Community Chat on this hot and humid night in Garden City, Michigan. For
Yeah.
sure, huh, Mike?
Yes, sir. It's nice and comfortable in here with the AC on, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Thank God for that, eh? Hey, this is episode number 532. It's Thursday, June 10th, 2021. I am your host, Carrie. Also joining me tonight, the hottest weatherman in town, literally, Dr. Tom Iwinski. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing well. I'm also hovering by the AC unit. I don't know how people survived back in the day, or maybe we're just weaker now.
I know it. I think the older I get, the less tolerable I am of the heat. That's for sure. Hey, Mike, you're back with some community announcements. How was the graduation last week?
Well, it was good. They had it outside at the football field, and we were sitting on the side of the stadium facing the setting sun.
Oh, geez.
So we had the sun in our eyes until there were like two students left to go through the getting of your diploma, and Sam and a couple of his buddies wanted to be at the end. So,
oh boy, so you had to sit there through the whole thing.
Well, we sat there through the whole thing, but it would have been a lot more comfortable if we hadn't had the sun right in our eyes.
Right, exactly. Well, good you're back tonight. Hey, also tonight I'll have the latest COVID numbers for the state and county. Fingers crossed they keep improving. So we're looking pretty good on that note. Okay, so we hope that you're all safe and doing well. Tonight we have another good one for you. Our good buddy, the cruise guru himself, is here, Don Nicholson. He'll be here shortly with all the car cruise events happening this year. And we'll also talk about the marketplace paper and also what else Don Nicholson Enterprises has to offer. I do have a programming note for next week. We will be taking off to attend the Music in the Park event. That's going to be on June 17th. And we hope to see you all there. Mike's going to have some more information about that event and others a little bit later in the show. I do want to mention that Tuesday, Mrs. Chat and myself had the opportunity to go take a tour of the GFL Recycling Center in New Boston with Mayor Walker. And on June 24th, when we return, we'll have the mayor and maybe Mrs. Chat on the talk about the do's and don'ts of recycling. And you're going to be surprised at what we learned and what we hope you'll tune in for. And so please mark your calendars. All right.
I'll be surprised you get Mrs. Chat on camera.
I know. You're right. Yeah, she's a little shy, but I'm working on her.
Okay.
All right. Before we get to Tom, just a reminder, if you want to join us live on air tonight, I posted the link for you in the comment section. Just copy it into your browser and you can join us via laptop, PC, or smartphone. So why don't you go ahead, grab your favorite beverage or snack, and join us for the next hour or so live from Garden City, Michigan. And while you're doing that, we hope that you will, while you're doing that, we wanted to give a quick thank you to all of our listeners. Geez, I almost forgot that. And our followers of the show who tune in each and every Thursday night, not only from our hometown of Garden City, but several of our surrounding communities as well. We want you to know your support is greatly appreciated, and we'll continue to promote your community and ours. So please continue to watch, share, and listen. Also, if your community has any events or announcements or cancellations that you would like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
I think they ought to email us, Gary.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is facebook.com/gcchat, and we'll be more than happy to pass that information along for you. And if you're watching us live tonight on Facebook, go ahead and post your questions and comments in the comment section. You can also text your questions to 734-788-9319. So let's get Tom in here with the latest check of this terribly warm weather. See if there's going to be a break anytime soon. And then we'll spend some time chatting with our guest, Don Nicholson from Don Nicholson Enterprises. Stand by. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. Tom, any relief in sight?
I'm
Yeah.
looking for it. I mean, believe me, I'm looking for it. I mean, we saw a warm week. I'm not gonna lie. We saw some rain, which we definitely needed. It just wasn't enough. I mean, we did see our rounds of rain this week. We saw something we haven't been seeing a lot of during this kind of warmer time we've been in the last few weeks. This week, the humidity really started to increase across the whole region, and that's something that we really haven't had much of. And you definitely can feel the difference with the humidity. I mean, it makes the temperatures much more unbearable out there to really be out there for an extended period of time. And
Right.
that humidity is starting to wane a little bit. It was really rough the last few days, but it's going to start to wane a little bit. But the heat is here to stay for a little bit longer as we get into the next few days. As we get into the rest of tonight, overall, the skies will clear. We've seen some clouds throughout the day, and that was nice at times when the sun was behind it. But those clouds are now starting to really diminish, and we'll see a clear night out there. And those overnight lows will be into the upper 60s, so a mild night out there. And as we get into Friday is going to be another hot and another humid day out there with temperatures around 90 degrees for a high temperature. And as we get into the weekend, I do see some changes on the horizon. We're going to get our next round of rain on Saturday. We'll see the rain really begin to move into our region during the afternoon and early evening hours, which is very custom this time of year. That's kind of how we get the rain. We see the daytime heating, and then that really bubbles up the rain, and then it moves out later in the evening hours. And that will be our case on Saturday. Hopefully, your location will see the rain. Not everyone's going to see the rain, but there will be on and off rain out there. And some of that rain will be heavy at times. It's just you have to be at the right place at the right time, and maybe go out there and do a rain dance if you really want the rain. And hopefully it works out there. Because after Saturday, I don't see any measurable rain for quite a while, probably for the rest of the month.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, it's not going to be a really good pattern we're really getting into past Saturday. So hopefully we'll get some good beneficial downpours of rain on Saturday before this next pattern really develops, because it's really going to start drying out. But overall, temperatures before the rain on Saturday will be again near 90 degrees before the rain moves through. And then on Sunday, temperatures will start to drop a little bit as we get into Sunday. Temperatures will probably drop into the mid to upper 80s. For high temperature. So a little bit of a dip. And then as we get into next week, all of next week, it looks like it's going to be a dry week, and temperatures are going to be a little bit like a little change each day. On Monday, we'll see temperatures probably into the mid 80s. So overall, it's going to be a fairly warm day out there. But then as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, that will be, relatively speaking, they'll be our cooler days, and we'll see temperatures, because we're going to have a northerly flow across the Great Lakes. So it's going to bring our temperatures down even more, probably into the upper 70s. So that's going to be a nice change in our pattern away from the 80s and 90s. We'll have a couple days next week where temperatures will be in the upper 70s on Tuesday and Wednesday. And then as we get into Thursday and beyond, I do see temperatures getting back into the 80s, and really looking out further into the rest of the month, I see temperatures getting into the upper 80s and lower 90s again, and really drying out. The pattern is really going to start drying out, and our new drought monitor came out today, and the region of severe drought across the state of Michigan has rapidly expanded across much of the lower peninsula of Michigan out there. Luckily, we're not in that mix quite yet, because they're factoring in the fact that we're getting the rounds of rain that we have been getting. But I do believe that we will get into the severe drought as we get into the next few weeks out there. And I've been saying on this show the past few weeks that has been the case, and that has been my thinking. And I still think it's going to be the case, because the pattern is really going to start drying out after Saturday out there.
Watch the open burning.
I mean, yeah, as we get into more holidays, as we get into 4th of July, we really are probably going to have to watch out for potential fires for
Yeah.
like bonfires, wildfires, fireworks, and what have you. So
Fireworks,
that'll
yeah.
probably be a big case all across the state of Michigan out there. So
Mhm.
we'll talk about that as we get more into the month of July out there. But as I've been saying, the rest of the month, besides Tuesday and Wednesday, with a little bit of a cool down, will remain very warm and potentially an extended heat wave as we get into the end of the month of June. So unfortunately, I know we need the rain here. So enjoy the potential of getting rain on Saturday, because after Saturday, it's really going to start drying out across the region.
Wow.
And it's been a crazy year, because expanding outward and quickly talking about some other weather across the country, I mean, it's the haves and the have-nots. I mean, we're really starting to get into the region of have-nots. We're really joining the region of the West, where they're continuing to see the have-nots of rain. And the drought across the western United States has been a story across the whole region out there for many years. And that's continuing to be a fairly dry region out there. And they're in the worst level of droughts. And they're dealing with even worse temperatures than we are. They're dealing with consecutive days of temperatures in the 100s. I mean, that's something that is very, very tough to deal with. And
but it's a dry heat.
Yeah, right.
I don't say that, but I don't believe it.
I don't
100 is still hot.
Exactly.
Once you get
100's
over
100.
100, I mean, you're getting into the category of, why the hell do I live here? But that's just my personal opinion. Some people love it, but I'm not one of those people. But yeah, that's been a region that is fairly hot and dry, and will continue to be. The parts of the southern United States have been fairly wet. I mean, they're dealing with rounds and rounds of thunderstorms across the Gulf Coast states, and they're dealing with flooding and severe weather at times. And the East Coast is getting into that, and the Mid-Atlantic at times, with a lot of rain and flooding. And it's just all around us. We're not really going to be in that pattern where we will see storms and rains continuously and really bringing us beneficial rains. We're kind of all going to be around that and being in a kind of a drier pattern. And so that's kind of the case. We're not going to be dealing with any potential heat waves that are going to be dealing with what they're dealing with in the West. So you don't really have to worry quite yet about temperatures well over 100 degrees, or at least heat index well over 100 degrees. But nevertheless, I mean, it is still uncomfortable out there if you're out there for a long period of time with temperatures in the 80s and lower 90s with that high humidity. So always stay hydrated, because being out there, it's fairly easy just in general to not really stay hydrated out there, and you get lost track of time, and you're doing yard work and what have you. So I always bring that up, because it's always something to remind us of. Always stay hydrated. And I'm not talking about the beer, Carrie. I'm talking about, you can have one if you're inside, but if you're outside, you definitely need some water out there, because it's going to continue to stay warm and hot. But if you want to keep tuned to all of my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and stay cool. That's my best advice that I could give you.
Yeah.
Unless you're Richard and just run around the block probably a million times.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Tom, before you go, with all the car enthusiasts watching tonight, I do have a question. What the weather will be like June 19th. I know it's a little ways out, but do you have any idea?
June 19th. Let's see the day of the week. That is going to be
Saturday. Yes.
Okay. Like I've been saying, Terry, once we get past this Saturday, the 12th, it really starts to dry out. So I'm really banking on that it will be a very dry and warm day out there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for music in the park, and that's kind of what I'm thinking for whatever the event is for the cars.
So we got a dry spell coming, that's for sure. Wow.
So it's good if you have events, but it's not good for the watering, if you will, and the agriculture and all that jazz.
Exactly.
So I think we'll be dry. So I think you'll be good.
All right. Want to acknowledge a few people that are watching us tonight. Mike Gretsch, he says, cut Farmington School's grass. I don't know how much pull we have, Mike, but I will mention that. Sherilyn Bauer's in there. Mrs. Chad is in there. She laughed when we said to get her on camera, so we'll see how that goes. Mary Jane Wozniak is in there. Hi, Mary. How are you? Ed Wilhite from Hogg's Backyard Barbecue. How are you?
Are they going to be at Music at the Park?
I don't know. Ed, are you going to be at Music in the Park next Thursday? If you are, go ahead and put it in the comment section. Also, Garden City Fire Chief Kathy Harmon is in there. How you doing, Chief?
She's saying, stay away from the fireworks.
Mrs. Nicholson is in there. How you doing, Gail? And Patty Fix is in there. And Mrs. Chat says she's sitting on the porch and finally got a breeze. Beautiful night out there, she says, Tom. So, okay.
No, thank you. I'll stay inside.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and everybody agrees that the fireworks are a nuisance and a hazard, and that comes right from the Garden City Fire Chief Harmon. So, yeah, no doubt. Worst thing they ever did was legalize those. All right, before we get to our guest tonight, I just want to take a minute with a little footnote here to ensure you that our show has no boundaries and everyone is welcome to come on and tell their story. We will continue to always be a platform and a voice for all communities and businesses who wish to be a part of this show. So with that said, let's bring in our guest for tonight. He is a great friend to the show and actually holds the record for most views. Let's see if we can break that record tonight. Please welcome Mr. Don Nicholson. Let's get him in there. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good, Kerry. How are you, Mike?
We're
doing good.
We're doing fantastic.
Yeah.
So thanks for being here tonight again.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Don, this year is going to be a little bit different than last year, I would imagine, eh?
God, I sure hope so. We can't handle another year like last year.
Right. So let's break it down, and we'll go in order of the cruise events that you have scheduled. Why don't you go ahead and start with the first one we have?
We were actually somebody was talking. I know Gibson. I saw it was. I know Gibson pretty good. And
yeah, 66 Mustang.
Yeah, he's a regular cruiser out at all our events. He was asking about the All American Wayne Road Cruise, and that's next Saturday.
Right
so our week from not the Saturday and 2 days from now, but the 19th, and it's looking really good. The Wayne Road has got one new layer of asphalt on it, so hopefully in the next week they can finish up the second layer. But even if it's completely repaved, we've got a lot of area to cruise and a lot of things going on. Westland Historic Village has got vendors coming in, and they're going to be giving out a free dash plaque, as well as you have the screen, the I Cruised All American Wayne Road Cruise.
That's an awesome looking bumper sticker. That's the one I voted for.
Well, it's not a bumper sticker. It's a what we call their dash hangers. Or
okay, I got you.
Most people just put them on their dash. It's funny, even the old green signs that Cruise News used to put out, and they are coming back out again this year with another company. Everybody called them stickers, but they've never been stickers.
You could make it into a bumper sticker very easily, huh?
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I know you see in the background of my screen a few of the green signs back there. Yeah. And those are all from events that I put on.
Now this is the T-shirt design, right, for this year?
That's correct. That's the T-shirt, and also we've got metal signs this year, right over here.
Oh, nice.
With the same thing on it, and they're 11 by 17. We'll have two vendors that sell all of our T-shirts. As I stand up, there's the this year's shirt.
Nice. Very nice.
Ernie Gadzag, who owns Man Cave Accessories, does all of our shirts and our collectible stuff. It's just for us to try and do that is just one more business that we have to run the same day as the cruise.
Yeah.
So
if somebody wants to get one, order one, what do they do and how much?
You know what? I hate to say this. I don't know the prices. I know the shirts are around $20.
Very reasonable.
Don't quote me on the exact price. They're really nice shirts. They're really well made. And they and very nice and colorful. And we've always been prided since Ernie came on board with us. We've had some of the nicest car cruise shirts out there. Benny from Benny and the Jets was telling me one time that he was on stage in Frankenmuth. He said it was so cool to look out in the audience. He says, and the whole front row had Cruisin' Heinz or All American Cruise T-shirts.
Awesome.
So that shows the quality of the shirts that we have.
Nikki Hart wants to know, have the Wayne Road Cruisers come down to Ford and Middlebelt to see me at Lucky Squirrel Craft Show?
Well, they'll probably come by there on the way, but we will. They're the day of the cruise. They're going to be on Wayne mostly, but they've got to get to Wayne Road somehow. So if they go down Ford Road, wave them in. I know that, and there's Barb. I was just going to mention the Garden City Mini Golf.
Right.
They always see the cars. They say it's a car show on Ford Road.
Yeah.
On the day of the Woodward or the Heinz Drive cruise.
Woodward, shame on you.
Yeah, shame on me. I know. They're good people. We work with the Woodward Green Cruise too, by the way. Yeah. So
we have Jerry Thorne from Party Animals says hi from Mackinac Island and the Lilac Festival, heading to the booze cruise.
The booze cruise. Enjoying it up there. I know that they were fixing the house. I guess they had a bad fire on Mackinac Island.
Yeah, one of the hotels there. Yeah,
2 weeks ago, but they've already started fixing the house.
Yeah. Kathy Ward says, "Hey, Mr. Don, how you doing?"
Hey, Kathy, how are you? Doing well. So, but no, the Wayne Road Cruise is really getting bigger and bigger every year.
Bigger and bigger.
This year, we got the one of the churches is going to be hosting the Westland Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And we'll have one of our Ernie's trailer will be there with all of the event stuff on it. He even has some really cool neon clocks.
Oh, wow.
That you can pick up. So just before Father's Day might be a cool place to stop in for a Father's Day gift for your family cruiser.
Right. Hey, I want to put this up. This is your little project you've been doing. How you coming on this?
Well, that is actually like less than 10 feet in front of me.
Okay.
And I need to spend about 1 hour and it will be ready for the road.
Oh, awesome.
And so I have not been able to find that 1 hour to get out there to work on it. The only thing that's left is to wire it.
Where will we first see it?
I might just drive. Right? When I first get it running, I'll probably drive it by your house.
I love it. I can't wait.
Once it's legal for the road, I will be I'll be driving everywhere, and of course, I got to drive it out and show it off. But I also got to drive it around to have fun with it.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, I'm by my house too, Don. The road's a lot smoother than Carrie's.
What's that, Mike?
I say, come by my house too. Our road is a lot smoother than Carrie's.
Okay, I'll try that.
They actually started doing the chip seal, and we haven't seen them for 7 days now or 5 days. So I don't know when they're going to come back.
Well, they'll be back. It's a long summer.
Yeah. Now I'm putting this up. You still are looking for a spokesperson?
We are always looking for somebody. One of the hardest things is, I mentioned Cruise News Magazine, and they went out of business last year.
Right.
And so it's difficult for us now to advertise because there's no magazine. Before, I used to spend money and just run an ad with Cruise News Magazine, and that was mailed out to over 30,000 classic car owners.
Wow.
So now we're trying to go out to events and pass out cards with all of our event information on it. And, because a lot of people say, well, everything's on the internet. Well, that's true, but there's not a lot of those 60 and 70 and 80-year-olds, which is a lot of the cruisers who get on the internet.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
So we need to reach out to those people and let them know what's going on. And so the only other way for us to do it is to go out to the cruise nights.
Yeah.
And I'm so busy. We do so many different things.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get into that a little bit later too. What Don Nicholson
is. Yeah. So and we've been just kicking whatever.
And so anyone that's wants to get a hold of you, all the information's there up on the screen. So give
Yep.
Don a call or email him or visit his website. A lot more information on the website as well.
I always laugh when people say, "Well, I was trying to find your number, but I couldn't find it anywhere."
Now, after the Wayne Road cruise, we go into Cruise and Hines, is it?
No, actually, we've got a new event this year.
Is
Is
that
the,
is that this?
That is the Vintage
Okay.
Auto Festival.
Okay.
And that's a brand new show this year, and we're trying it out. We're doing it in conjunction with the West End Historic Village Park. And
Nice.
it is a show for 1931 and older vehicles.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, Model Ts, Auburns, you name it.
Have you got a black one yet?
A black Model T?
Yeah.
So far, no. We don't have a black Model T
Wow.
that's entered. Got 2 red ones.
Okay.
And got a blue one, but no black ones yet, which is really funny because as Henry Ford used to say, you can have it any color you want as long as it's black. But
Right.
the fallacy of that is that was only for about 2 years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You know,
Seemed longer, didn't it?
no, well, it was done because they were having trouble on the assembly line originally, where they'd have a set of red running boards coming down the assembly line with a green body, which might look nice at Christmas time, but so they'd have to stop the assembly line,
Oh, geez.
get a red body down there, put that car together, and move on. So what they did was until they could perfect that, they had done some testing and they found out that black paint dried faster.
Oh, okay.
So, and if we all know the Henry Ford story, he wanted to make as many cars as possible to get them cheap as possible.
Yes.
So paint them black, it dried faster. They could speed up the assembly line and get more cars to the dealerships.
And it was probably plentiful too, the color.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that was the way to go. But originally, black was not an optional color.
Yeah. Wow. So this is July 17th, and rain date would be July 18th then.
That's correct. So I'm hoping that Doppler Tom was right, and we have some dry weekends.
Yeah.
I do want the flowers to grow, so a little rain on the late at night would be good. But
yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Keep our days dry and sunny. But
and then once again, anybody that's interested, may just contact you about this, right?
Yep, they contact us, and we've got some really great speakers coming out. Richard Rubens, who is a speaker on Ford history and the Milwaukee Junction, which is where most of the car companies all started back in the early 1900s. Was Milwaukee Junction.
Oh wow!
And so he has he's a great speaker. I watched him talk for 2 hours one time, and everybody was excited listening to him.
Cool.
We also have Bob Krepke, who is the Ford factory or Ford corporate and family historian.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be there talking about, obviously, I think he'll be talking about Henry Ford.
Yeah, the blue oval probably. Yeah.
We've got another speaker coming from the brand new Pontiac Museum that's not even opened yet.
Oh, wow.
And he'll be talking about the history of the Pontiac. And we're going to have one of the early Pontiacs.
Oh, no way.
One of the earliest Pontiacs, actually, before engines.
Oh, geez.
Pontiac was originally a horse-drawn buggy.
Oh, okay.
Okay, the Pontiac was a buggy. It came from a buggy maker. So
there's stuff there.
So he's going to be speaking, obviously, on the Pontiac, and then we have one of Clara Ford's nephews.
Oh, wow.
Is going to be a speaker and he'll be talking about Clara Ford. Clara Ford and her Detroit electric car.
Oh, okay. Now, is there a fee for this, Don, to get in?
It'd be a $5 fee to get in as a spectator.
Okay.
And then the vehicles have to enter, and we accept them based on what kind of vehicle they have.
And you're hoping for about 75 vehicles, eh?
We're looking, we've redone that a little bit lower than that because after we measured the park out, probably going to be. I'd like to see around 40 cars would be a nice show.
Yeah, that's nice. That's
Yeah,
nice.
we've got enough vendors that are all vintage vendors that I think that between the vendors and the cars, 40 will be plenty.
Now you're also going to do your annual movie night at Step. Now
Yes.
when will that be? Is that before or? Well, that's a week before, isn't it?
It's actually August 25th this year.
Okay.
So it's 4 days before the Heinz Drive cruise.
Uh-huh.
And we don't know what movie we're doing yet. We're really, I just got the word back. Gail and I were talking, trying to figure out what movies to show. And
Right.
we came up with the 2016 Ghostbusters movie.
Oh, okay.
And we thought that would be a lot of fun because I know the Detroit Ghostbusters have the right car for it. And they just love they were a big hit when we showed the first Ghostbusters movie.
Okay.
They were a big hit with the kids and the families. But unfortunately, the movie company is not releasing the rights to that this year.
Oh, wow.
So
they can be sticklers.
well, it might mean that there's a new Ghostbusters movie in the making.
Yeah, that could be. Could be.
We had that problem a few years back with I can't remember what movie it was. Gail told me earlier today, and I've forgotten now. But Cars.
Oh, Cars. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we were showing Cars, and they had a new one coming up.
That's very popular. Yeah.
And so we had our rights removed. We had paid for it and everything back in January, and last minute Disney pulled the rights on it.
Yeah. Yeah. Disney, boy, I know they're tough ones.
Oh
They
yeah,
are tough nuts. So
yeah. So
Step is located on Vinoy, just south of Cherry Hill, correct?
that is correct. 450 South Vinoy.
And that's
Yeah.
once again August what?
It'll be August 25th, and we're doing a car show there as well.
Okay, and you got a big 55-foot screen, just like a regular drive-in.
Just like a regular drive-in, great sound system. Plus, they also broadcast on FM radio. So if you want to sit in your car with the AC running, you can do that and watch it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But or you can sit outside if you don't want to, if you live in the neighborhood around there, or you just want to bicycle in, bring a chair, bring a blanket,
Yeah.
lay it down and sit back and enjoy the movie.
Yep. Soon as the sun goes down, goes dusk a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's hope for a nice night.
And that is all free.
Wow, that's awesome.
It's paid for and sponsored by Services to Enhance Potential.
Okay.
We'll probably have a food vendor there, somebody selling popcorn, but everything is free, and you're welcome to bring your own popcorn if you want to. We're not going to check your pockets.
Now, for those that don't know what Step is, why don't you go ahead and just briefly tell us real quick what they do?
STEP it's called, the full name of STEP is Services to Enhance Potential. And what that is it's an organization that puts together job training, life skills for people with disabilities.
Uh-huh.
They also have 3 retail shops, or what they call thrift stores. And they are all operated by people with disabilities, overseen by people that are of, I don't want to say normal because I'm far from normal, and I help them out a lot. So, but so you've got those different services that are in there.
Sure.
Excuse me. They have a one in Wayne, right on Michigan Avenue and Wayne Road.
Mm-hmm.
Another one in Dearborn Heights, right at Ford Road and Telegraph.
Oh,
And that was an old movie theater, I believe it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're just getting ready to open up a new one in Southgate.
Yeah, that was Teleford movie theater there, I believe.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yes.
So the new one is in Southgate, and it used to be. Oh, geez, I should know. I'm just redoing their signs.
Oh.
But they're over. Trying to think of it real quick. I know they are at 13705 Eureka is the new location, and that one will be opening up in about a month.
Uh-huh.
And
cool.
So yeah.
So they're
also opening up an art gallery right next door to that, and it will be an art gallery and an art class for people with disabilities.
Oh, very good. Very good.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
they do some great work there. That's for sure.
oh, they're a phenomenal organization. We've been working with them for a number of years,
Yeah.
and they just do so many great things in the community.
And I got to ask, how's Edward doing? Good.
Edward's doing well. I thought I saw him message me. I think he might be watching the show.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to Edward. I have to say hi to my bud.
Yeah. And
So now we're up to the Heinz cruise, right?
Heinz Cruise. That's our next one.
You're right.
And that's
just part of the crowd there.
Oh yeah, that's part of the crowd. That I'm trying to figure out where that is. That's between Merriman Road and Nankin Mills.
Okay.
And that's what the whole park looks like. Quite honestly,
All
it
the
has
way.
become the biggest classic car cruise in the country.
Wow.
And it just has gotten so huge.
And for those that think Woodward Cruise is bigger, it isn't, is it?
Well, it
I mean-
depends on how you count the numbers. If you count by actual classic cars,
Right.
then the Heinz Cruise is bigger. If
Right.
you count all the minivans, pickup trucks, rusty daily drivers, and everything, and the newer cars and high performance cars and that, yes,
Right.
Woodward has more cars than us.
Mm-hmm.
This
But not
is
classic.
yeah. If you see a newer car or a newer minivan driving down the road, chances are it's one of our staff or myself in my minivan, because we have to have all the equipment with us to
Sure.
run the event.
Now let me ask you: you're still looking for volunteers for this?
We are always looking for volunteers for this, and if you happen to be part of a nonprofit organization,
Yeah.
one of the things that we do is we have our volunteers work. And what we started to do, let me go back a little bit. Originally, we could not charge for cars coming into this event. So it was
Okay.
all free. So we had to depend on volunteers.
Yes.
Then the county allowed us to start accepting a $5 donation from each car that entered the show.
That's so reasonable.
Extremely reasonable. Now half of that money goes right back to the county, by the way.
Right.
So-
yeah. You gotta pay them for deputies and clothes.
Well, for deputies, and I'm not complaining about that, because they do a great job with us. I love
Right.
working. I
Right.
really do love working with the county, and that. So we that's how we pay for the services and everything else for that day.
Now, where does it start and where does it end?
For classic cars to enter, they have to enter at Ford Road.
Ford Road only.
Yep, and the event ends or turns around and goes back the other way at Ann Arbor Trail.
Okay.
You can park your vehicle at the Merriman Road entrance. You can park it at the Telegraph Road entrance. Not Waterford Bend. Warrendale is the other entrance where you can park there and just sit alongside the road. As you see, people have brought tents down.
lawn
Bring your own
chairs,
chair.
chairs.
Bring a cooler with you if you want, or please utilize our food vendors, because if you don't eat from them, they don't come back the next year, and everybody wants to see the food vendors.
And are there bathrooms available?
Yes, there are 11 bathrooms, one of them that's even air conditioned.
Oh, well, if it's hot, we'll be spending time in there.
But yes, there are 11 bathrooms throughout the area, throughout the park, that are open that day.
So that's August 29th, starting at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Awesome.
And it is just a phenomenal day, and it goes by like it's
Growing so big, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you cannot set up overnight. We get people every year that want to try and come down and grab their spot, and the park is closed the night before, and we are in the park setting up at midnight. And if you're set up where a vendor is going to be set up or a club has rented a space, your stuff will be removed. So don't waste your time. Just come on down in the morning. There's so many spots in the park. We've got 7.5 miles of park.
Wow.
So it's not like you're not going to see the event. All the cars enter from Ford Road. So if you go down closer to Ford Road, you're going to see every car drive by you.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I'm going to post a link in the chat room that Gibson gave me. It's a video actually of
Oh yeah.
what he took.
Yeah.
So anybody interested in that, go ahead and copy that or paste it in your browser.
Yeah, and then after you're done watching Gibbs, there's literally thousands of video on YouTube. We don't even shoot we don't even video the event ourselves because so many people do such a great job of doing it.
Yeah, just search for the Hines Park Cruise.
Yeah. Just shoot if you search Cruisin' Hines.
Cruisin' Hines.
Hines Drive Cruise. You'll see literally thousands of them.
Yeah, awesome. Now, is that all the car cruises for now?
That's all from me. I mean, there's more of them. You know, you got Woodward Dream Cruise.
Yeah.
You got Gratiot Cruise. There's a number of cruises that are not organized and stuff that we generally don't talk about much because they don't have permission from the cities and the communities around. They don't have permits. And some of them, you know, and that are out there were originally started by somebody, and unfortunately they found out how much work it was to put these events on, and they just stepped away from them. So we start working on the Hines Drive Cruise the day after we finish the Hines Drive Cruise.
Yeah. Chad Cox. Oh, go ahead. Chad Cox says you should have took a picture from the hill at 5 Mile, at least from the 70s and 80s.
Oh, thanks, Chad. You know, and I do want to say too, I want to mention this year, all of our events, including the Vintage Auto Festival, are sponsored by Haggerty Insurance this year.
Okay. Yeah, we want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, so they've come along this year, and they've been with us as a spot for they've rented an area probably pretty much every year for the last 10 years with Hines. Mm-hmm. And this year they've come on board as a sponsor, and they're looking at setting up something bigger hopefully next year. So come on out, make sure you say hello to Haggerty if you're out there, and let them know how much you appreciate their help and support.
Now, before we move on to the marketplace paper, car shows. Are you involved in any car shows this year?
Well, other than the car show that we put on at the at Step, the night of the drive-in movie, I do not. But I know we got the car cruise over at Garden City Cafe every Wednesday night, or every Thursday night. I'm sorry, that John Galds puts on. And
but you don't want to go during our show.
Well, that's right. Well, they go early and then come up and then leave. Or, you got nowadays, we have our phone.
Yeah.
So, and I have watched, actually, many times I've watched your show driving home from John's cruise. So, or at least listen to it. And I even listened to you all the way home from Grand Lake.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, and then there's Monday night is the Canton Car Cave over in Canton, which is a phenomenal car cruise every week.
Wow.
And then of course, as you know, and you're one of the celebrity judges for the Autos for Autism show.
Yeah, that's always fun. Yeah.
And that one's July, I want to say 17 or 19.
I got that here.
I'd be the 19th.
19th. Yep. We'll mention that later on in the show. Mike will.
Yeah. So, and that was actually a show that I started before in 1993 as the Berger Car Show.
Right. I was just going to mention that you had started that. Yeah, a long time ago. So.
And the only reason I left that show was because Edward was a Berger student, and at the time I had a real job. I actually worked for somebody else at that time, so I didn't have the time to be putting on multiple shows.
Yeah.
And I was also doing shows out at Milan Dragway. Oh. And so we did the shows at Milan, and I did the one for the Western Wayne Skill Center.
Yeah.
Which the Skill Center is no longer around anymore. So.
Chad wants to know the car show's coming to Westland Historical Village. Yep. We talked about that.
We talked about that, Chad. You missed it. You must have been late.
But hey, if you tuned in late, you can watch this later on Facebook, and I will mention the site for you, Chad. So,
Gotcha.
all right, let's move on now to something different. Let's move on to the marketplace. That's another thing you're involved in, you and your wife.
Yep.
You have one for Garden City and also an issue for Westland.
If you notice, we changed the header of where the name was this month.
Yes, I like it.
I haven't gotten a lot of calls, but everybody that's talked about it says they like it.
Yeah.
It really highlights the city more than the name of the paper again.
Yes.
And that's what's important. You know, we
have one here. So.
Yep. You're on the route. So
yes, I appreciate that too when you drop that off.
Yeah, we do. So that paper now, we have the Garden City edition and we have the Westland edition. And you know, if you have a community event or any community things, I know Catherine Harmon, the Garden City Fire Chief,
right,
is always sending me stuff, and I love it. Sometimes we don't always have the space to get it in, but we do our best. And you know, we support the fire departments both in West End and Garden City.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks, Elaine. I hunted for that quite a bit. And by the way, you'll never see that image anywhere but on that
right,
because there's a long story behind it.
Yeah, I think she's related to Son John too. So
okay,
they're a real good band, very good band.
Yeah. So she'll know if she will if she looks at that picture, and she'll never see another one exactly like it.
That's a first.
But
you had mentioned, how long ago now did Garden City? You started Westland first. That was how many years now?
Westland, I believe, is 7 years. This may be our 8th year.
Okay, and Garden City, I couldn't believe how many years already.
I believe this is our 5th year with Garden City.
That is unbelievable.
Matter of fact, it should say on your on the cover there.
Okay.
It'll say edition down in the bottom.
Volume 5.
Volume 5.
Okay, so it's the fifth year. Now, we started in the middle of the year, so we may be 4 full years of production on that one.
Okay.
But 5 calendar years.
But it is a very nice paper. I mean, in color, and the ink doesn't come off. It's great paper. Doesn't yellow.
Yeah.
Really a top-notch, good quality paper.
Thank you. We take pride in the paper, and you know, we really want it to become the paper that everybody goes to find out what's going on in town.
Especially in Garden City, because we have no observer anymore, no paper. I mean, it's great. It's great for the organizations. They can get their events in there. Also, the businesses can advertise in there.
Yeah, and we're very reasonable in our advertising prices.
Yeah, and it runs a whole month.
I used to own a photo lab back in the 90s over in Westland. I was over on Middle Belt north of Ann Arbor Trail.
Uh-huh.
And at that time, for me to advertise in the Observer, and I'll mention their name, for a little bit bigger than a business card size ad in what I felt was my business area, a 1 mile area around my lab, was $1,700 for that one ad.
Yeah. Wow.
You know, you got to develop a lot of film at $10 a roll to pay the $1,700 or $1,700 ad.
Well, let me tell you, I had a business back in the late 70s, and Yellow Pages was the big thing back then. A lot of younger people might not know what the Yellow Pages is. And it was outrageous what they wanted to charge.
Oh yeah, it's
just
crazy.
Outrageous.
And you know, so we would. So I wanted a paper that I could put out there that the average business, that it wouldn't break their bank to get their word out. We don't advertise a lot of restaurants,
mm-hmm.
and mainly because most restaurants is our distribution sites.
Right, so, that's what I was going to ask. Where could people pick up a copy or two?
So just to name a few places in Garden City, you've got Big Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. You've got City Hall has them. The
Library,
Public Service Credit Union.
Historical Commission.
Eddie's Restaurant. GJ's.
DJs. Oh, they really go through them.
They've been way down now since the
Yeah, since
pandemic.
COVID. Yeah,
I'm hoping that and unfortunately,
should
it's
pick
bad
up.
for us, but it's worse for them because that's their income.
Yeah, yeah.
So when the numbers are down in the number of papers being picked up, that
Yeah.
means that they have less customers coming in. So that's
We have a lot of carry out now, but we talked to Patrick, and he seems to be doing a little better. So
well, good.
hopefully people will continue to support all the small businesses. And
Yeah. And I'm trying to remember the name of the other restaurant bar that has the pizza sign upside down.
Regolas.
Regola, yeah, they have it. Also,
Sports venue.
Pardon me.
Sports venue.
Sports venue is the other one.
Okay.
So and then of course Barson's.
Yeah.
Barson's
Yeah.
Greenhouse.
Yeah.
We're in about 4 different churches for Garden City.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, Cheryl.
Yeah.
And thank you. You know, I got to give a shout out to Cheryl because we get a lot of Cheryl's pictures that we publish in there, and that does help us a lot because I can't make it to every single event in 2
Right.
cities.
Yep.
And it does help me to get some stuff in the paper. So
She does do a good job. She takes a lot of pictures, which is a lot of people forget, but not her.
I was grabbing some of her pictures today from the recycling trip.
Oh yeah. That's going to be an interesting show. A lot of
Yes.
good information.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah,
there's-
Gail does a great job too. She lays it all out and does all the graphics, right?
Yeah, she does the whole layout. I do the covers, and she does the rest of the paper. So I do the sales, and I'm the delivery boy.
Yeah.
And then Denny Mays is actually one of our. He's been delivering for me as well. I don't know if Denny's watching tonight or not. I know he wasn't feeling too good today, but he has been doing. Like 1 month, we would do all of the businesses on Ford Road and on Middle Belt.
Okay.
He would go door to door with the paper.
Wow.
And then the next month we would do Westland, and we did Wayne Road, and we did Ford Road. And this month, because of the Wayne Road cruise, he did all of Wayne Road in Westland.
Oh wow. Wow.
So this is a special edition for the Westland paper because it's actually up to 16 pages this month.
Wow.
And it has all the information. We've never gone below 12 pages.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
That's awesome.
Since day one, we've been able to keep up to 12 pages on both papers.
Wow, that's really
And the papers are different. So a lot of people don't realize that we try and keep it all Garden City. We do have some events that advertise, that pay for their ad, and they get it in Garden City, like the Westland Farmers Market.
Yeah.
And we only allow that because we know that Garden City doesn't have a farmers market.
right. I mean, we have a lot of residents that frequent Westland, and I'm sure Westland frequents us, and it all works out.
And it's like Garden City Chat. It services the whole community.
Exactly.
And that's what I know. I had somebody say, "Why are you going on that show?" I said, "Because people watch this show from all over the place."
Yeah, I had to explain that, and I always put that little footnote in there because we don't have any boundaries here. It's just called GC Community Chat, and we like to support everybody in all communities. So.
It's very similar to the old radio. I mean, how could you stop the radio signal from going outside of Garden City?
Right.
And
well, look, as we wind down, Don, I wanted to just get you to mention Don Nicholson Enterprises. What all else do you do?
Oh, we got another half hour, do we?
There's so much you guys do, banners and
well,
everything.
we do banners, we do signs, we do business signs, we letter vehicles, we do postcards, business cards, we do coffee mugs. Give you a little bit of a tour. This is my office area here, and of course, there's an old sign from Gail running for school board.
Yeah.
This is you're looking over here. You're looking over 3 of my printers.
Oh, geez.
Then we've got the press over there. There's a mug press. The 2 cutters. We cut our own metal, aluminum.
Is that a big banner on the ceiling there?
On the ceiling, yes. That's one of the old signs that we had for when I would go to like Autorama and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
There's
Wow.
another one. There's
Oh,
one on the
okay.
ceiling there.
Yeah. Yeah, you make some great banners. I know that for sure.
So we do that kind of stuff. And if you notice over my shoulder here is a drum. So if you have a nonprofit and you need a raffle drum,
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
that's a big one, and it's available for free. If you're a nonprofit and you need a raffle drum, just let me know. We'll make sure it gets to you. And you know, we even have a place where we can add a sign on top of it with your name and your event.
Yeah. Chad says that the marketplace is at the Village Hot Dog Grill too, he believes, right?
There's some that get dropped off there when we're doing Wayne Road, but they're not one of our normal stops.
Yeah, yeah.
We usually go to restaurants and places that are very high volume, and they're going to go through at least a bundle of papers each month or close to it.
Uh-huh. Mrs. Chat says I need new business cards. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
Carrie
do.
needs new. There you go.
That's true. I do.
We can hook you up, Carrie.
And Mrs. Nicholson says, yes, Don, do let all the burglars know what's that.
The alarm.
We didn't give you your address.
Yeah, the alarm our address is everywhere. But the alarm is set when I walk out the door.
Yeah. And cameras, set the cameras.
Yeah. So that's
funny.
No,
so Don Nicholson Enterprises does a lot of stuff, and Don Nicholson does a lot of stuff, as well as Gail.
Yep.
You guys are a real asset to Garden City and Westland as well. So
well, thank you. And Gail, without Gail helping me out, there's no way I could continue to do what we do in the community. Everybody sees my face all the time, but really, Gail is as hard a worker or harder some days than I am. Some nights on deadline, she's the one still up on the computer while I'm snoring.
Yeah, behind the scenes, man, I'll tell you, she does a lot. And
I don't know if you saw the Port Huron's banner program that they have going on there.
No,
Okay, it's something that Gail and I sort of stuck my foot in the door. A good friend of mine is a retired service person, and Ed Wexler put together a program about 4 to 5 years ago, to honor our service people who'd passed away in the line of service.
Oh,
just while they were enlisted, they didn't have to be in a war. If they died while they were in service, they gave their life for our country. They have a banner on every electric pole or light pole throughout Port Huron.
Oh, I did see that with their photo, their picture.
Yes. So there's a picture of the soldier.
Yeah.
With their name, their date of birth, their date of death, their rank and their service. Gail did all the artwork for that program.
Oh my God!
We donated everything for them. We did not charge a nickel on it, and
wow!
And we gave them the rights. We're going to be doing that again in Westland with the Westland Historic Village. We're starting that same program up here.
Yeah, I like that.
So we'll be designing something here, and it just I was never in the service. I'm not going to say that I was, but I value the freedom that we had. As Gail said, she designed the template. Ed actually went to people's houses, literally drove 5 hours to people's houses to scan the image that they used for it. I taught him how to scan and showed him what he needed to do, because these banners are 6 foot tall.
Yeah, they're on such a big, they're huge. Yeah.
So the images, the photos that they were doing, some of them were originally this big, and then they needed to blow them up to 3 foot, 4 foot,
to where you could still see who they were. That's tough. Yeah, that was awesome, and that's on I believe your Facebook page. People can go.
It is on my Facebook page, or you can just type in Port Huron in Facebook, and there's websites all over that are really talking. Because this is the first year they've hung them up.
Okay. Yeah, very nice.
And they got news coverage all around the country.
What a tribute! What a tribute!
Just a
Very
phenomenal
nice.
tribute. So, and that is such a mild man that doesn't want to take a lot of credit for what he did, but he was the one that put it together and really made it happen.
Wow, great idea! Great idea.
If you notice the stack of lanyards behind me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that is what it takes to put on car events. Those are lanyards and passes from every event that I go to promote all of our events.
Wow.
So, and it's So I bring them after I do the event. I come home and throw them on there.
Yeah, Gail said that they had to avoid the pixelation. You're right. That's the word I wanted to.
Right. Well, a lot of people don't understand that. You just put it in a scanner and then it works, right?
No.
So they don't know how to change the standards in a scan and what kind of scanners to use so that you can blow them up that big.
Right, right.
So
that's awesome. Well, look, Don, we're coming up on an hour here.
Isn't that normal for us?
Did we cover everything you wanted to tonight, though?
I think I did. I think we did. Yeah. I usually, when I drop your paper off, don't we usually spend an hour talking on the front porch?
Right, exactly. Hey, you're welcome back anytime, right?
Yeah, here's one thing I just thought of, and I don't know if you can see the picture behind me of Gail underneath the big screen TV.
Okay.
We can actually print photographs on aluminum.
Really? That's aluminum?
That is aluminum.
Holy cow.
And that'll show you, the quality is just pin sharp.
That's awesome.
A lot of photographers like to do the printing on glass or printing on aluminum, and we can do that in-house here. The picture above my head of the monument down in Hart Plaza, that was actually painted by a student at the Step Art Gallery.
That's painted?
That's painted, yes.
Wow, it looks like a photo.
Yeah, it does.
Oh my gosh.
This kid was just phenomenal.
Wow, that's awesome.
The picture of the young lady next to it is a photograph that I took.
Okay. Very, very nice.
So,
well, look, Don, thanks again for coming on. You're always welcome back. Keep in touch.
Thanks for having me, and we'll have to see if we can keep those numbers up.
Yes, for sure. Let's see if we can break your record, okay?
I got to beat Mike Landau and Richard LeBlanc and Bill Wild.
Chad Cox says you're a great photographer. Thank you, Chad.
Chad and I have known each other for a number of years. He used to come into Master Photo in Dearborn when I ran that photo lab.
Oh, wow.
And so he's kept up and followed me since then. I started running Master Photo Dearborn in 1999. The day after Labor Day of 99.
Wow.
So I'm not sure when Chad first started going in there when I was there, but we've known each other for a lot of years now.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate him tuning in and hope you'll come back to watch the show too.
Yeah, every week, Chad.
Yeah, every Thursday, except next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday go to Garden City Park for the concert. Right,
music in the park. All right, Don, thank you, my friend. You take care and say hi to Gail and Edward for me, okay?
I will. Gail just texted me. She said, wrap it up. Take care.
Take care. Thanks again.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Mike.
All right, bye.
Yep.
All right. Don Nicholson, always a lot of information when Don comes on, correct?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's move on to our COVID numbers real quick. Let me put those up on the screen for the state. I do have that right there. Not too bad. 301 cases and 40 deaths. I mean, the deaths are, one death is too much, but they've really come down. They're up a little bit from yesterday, the cases, but we're really getting it under control, I think. I think the vaccination's helping. What do you think?
Well, I agree, but there's still a nucleus of people that are resisting getting vaccinated.
I know. I just don't understand it.
If these Delta virus starts becoming more prevalent, they're going to be right in the line of fire.
Yeah, Yeah, you're right. You're right. The county numbers are even better. Garden City, 0 cases and 0 deaths. Dearborn only had 3, no deaths. Dearborn Heights, 7, no deaths. Inkster, 0. Livonia, 3 cases and no deaths. Westland, finally, 0. Great numbers for
That's
Westland.
great.
Yeah. So the county seems to be doing very, very well. Hi, Mar Nowak is in there from Wild Iris in Garden City. If you want any flowers, I urge you to go see the Wild Iris. They have a great selection, and they're really great people, too. So good to see you. All right. Before we get to Mike, I want to remind you that the next city council meeting is Monday, June 21st in the council chambers located at 6000 Middle Belt Road. These meetings are informative and a good way for you to get involved and voice any concerns that you might have. So the city urges you to attend. All right, Mike, you ready?
I'm ready, Gary.
I'm going to cue it up for you, and here we go. We'll get you in here.
Well, that'll be the day when you say that'll be the
Okay,
day
it's time for some
when you make
community
me
announcements.
cry.
So
Say
let's get
you're
Mike
gonna
in here.
leave.
Mike,
You
take
know
it away.
it's like a day when I die.
That's pretty good, and you even went to the dentist today. Eh?
Yeah, I'm not nearly as numb as I thought I would be.
No, the bruising's gone. Doesn't look like face smacked you or anything.
No,
All right, we got a
she
big.
smacked my pocketbook gave me the bill for the last month.
Oh boy,
Oh.
yeah. Ooh, that
Yeah.
that hurts the old pocketbook. All right, what do we got
So
here?
what do you got? Garden Walk of Garden City, Saturday, July 24th from 10 to 3. Time for a walk through the gardens of Garden City. $15 tickets can be purchased in advance at Barson's Greenhouse in Westland or Lucky Dog Daycare in Garden City. There'll be lunch included, a vendor show,
Yep.
a backyard banquet,
Okay.
a backyard bouquet contest.
Tickets will be available. It looks like June 16th. So got a little.
Okay.
I think they got 5 or 6 gardens already. So it'll be a nice.
Yeah,
nice
I
day.
heard they had like 6 or 7. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. This is something new.
Walking Club,
Yes.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, 8 to 9:30 in Garden City Park. Will be. I can't read the fine print that well for the.
It just says that they're going to be chugging to Caseville, and I guess what they're saying is they're going to be walking. You can go June 22nd at 7:45 a.m. Meet at the Garden City Civic Arena library or lobby,
Okay.
where you can grab your state maps and calendars to document your progress and warm up. So walking around the park, you can add your miles, like you're going to Caseville or you're going to South Haven. So it's just a walking club they started. A little confusing, but
Outdoor kickboxing, Wednesdays, 6 p.m. at the main pavilion. Pick a punch card at the Maplewood Community Center or at the Ice Arena today. Punch card only, $40 for 8 classes.
yeah, something new they're starting there. All right, what do we got here?
Summer Unplugged, 5th grade to 8th grade, 8 weeks, Mondays through Thursdays, 10:30 to 2:30. Outdoors, get them off electronics and engaging face-to-face. Registration starts today.
Yeah. This is a big event, one that Don started.
Yeah, and you're a judge, and I just committed to doing something in accounting behind the scenes for that night.
Oh, cool.
So Autos for Autism Car Show, it's the 20th annual benefit Berger School for Students with Autism. It'll be on Monday, July 19th from 4 to 9 p.m. It's at the Garden City Middle School, 1851 Radcliffe, near Ford Road in Wildwood, formerly Garden City West High School, for those of you who go back that far. Live music by Bonnie and the Working Girls and Deep Cut with special guests. Delicious foods by R&J Smoke Meats. Raffles, kids' activities, lots of trophies, dash plaques to the first 300 vehicle entries. Motorcycles are welcome. If you bribe Kerry, maybe he'll look at you favorably for the judging.
Oh, no.
No. Register, sponsor, or donate online at www.autosforautism.mgc.com.
Yep.
Visit our page at Facebook, facebook.com Autos for Autism, or call Lisa Clark, 734-323-3010, or our old buddy Kim Marquette, 734-812-1559.
Yeah, that'll be a nice event.
Yep. Okay, Garden City Public Library has new hours effective this week. Monday through Thursdays from 10 to 8, and Friday and Saturday from noon to 5.
Yep, that's the library.
Flag Day painting class,
Yeah.
June 14th. Well, that's coming right up.
Yeah, this is at Straight Farmhouse, I believe.
Yeah, more than likely. June 14th, 6:30 p.m. Join us on Flag Day to celebrate this painting celebrating Old Glory, to create this painting celebrating Old Glory. That's a nice painting.
Yeah, it is. Very nice.
No experience is necessary. As our artist, Laurel, will lead you step by step in the painting process. Laurel has been teaching painting to all ages and experience levels. Yeah, well, she'd have to start with a very beginners with me. Each painting is 16 by 20. The cost of the arting event is $35, with a portion going back to the Straight Farmhouse.
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome to bring wine or your favorite adult beverage. Class size is limited, so please make sure to reserve your spot, as our arting class have been known to sell out.
Wow.
Sign up by texting or calling Laurel at 734-752-3936.
Yeah, the Straight Farmhouse has so many events going on. I just urge everybody to go to their website at straightfarmhouse.org, and they have them all listed there for you, because we would take up another hour going through all their events.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they're
a great job
remarkable.
over there.
Kiwanis meets there for lunch every week.
Yeah, fabulous job.
We just did
one.
that.
Yeah, this one here. I'm sorry.
We're taking a little break. Look for new kids' craft kits during our summer reading program starting June 21st.
Yep.
This is the Garden City Public Library again.
Yep.
The Wayne Cruz Vendor Show, Saturday, July 10th from 11 to 6 at the Veterans Plaza. For vending info, contact Jen Bowers at 734-812-5968.
Okay. This is
Inspire Theater is putting on 39 steps, starting like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Friday and Saturday, 11 to 12, and June 18 and 19, and 25 and 26 at 7 p.m. And Saturday and Sunday, June 13th, 19th, 20th, 26th, and 27th at 2 p.m. All performances are outside.
Ooh.
Tickets are and seating information at inspiretheater.ticketleap.com.
Boy, that's
you need to bring
hot.
Yeah, it could be hot. If you go to one of the evening ones, it probably won't be that bad.
Yeah, evening.
You need to bring your own chair, I think. And
yep.
Sunscreen. If you're going to an afternoon matinee, you might want an umbrella or something to keep the sun off you.
Exactly. All right.
Okay, Camp Garden City Summer Camp. Monday through Friday, 9 to 1 for ages 6 to 11. June 18th to 20th in the Garden City Park. Specially trained Garden City Parks and staff. Some of their activities will include sports, group games, crafts, nature activities, science experiments, field trips included every other week, only $79 per week for residents, $94 for non-residents.
Yeah.
Sign up quickly at the Maplewood Center.
Right.
Champions Golf Outing. This is a great event. Is support some of these kids that were maybe struggling a little bit in school.
Lag
Gives them
behind,
a
yeah.
little bit of incentive
Right.
to knuckle down and do as best as they can.
Yeah.
It's open to everyone. It's the 6th annual golf outing. It's going to be at the Links Gateway, Romulus, Michigan, on Tuesday, August 24th at 9 a.m. Help raise money for scholarships for at-risk students in the Garden City High School Champions Program. Look for more information in the link to reserve your spot, donate, or both.
Yeah.
Those will all be coming soon. What is it? Okay, the Notre Dame Hall on Wayne Road in Wayne, Michigan is having an outdoors market and bike show July 10th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're currently seeking direct sales, flea market, crafters, artisans, and vintage vendors for their summer outdoors market. Please send inquiries to PD3021 at mikofc.org. Space is limited.
Yep. And we got the lucky squirrel.
Lucky squirrel. We got 4 more lucky squirrels. And next one is coming up a week from Saturday.
Yep.
Outdoor flea market and craft and vendor event. 150 vendors, art, crafts, antiques, and more. Garden City Town Center parking lot from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the northeast corner of Ford and Middle Belt.
Yep.
What are the Kiwanis doing this time? I don't know.
You don't know.
We got something.
And with graduation coming, graduation parties, police aren't going to tolerate underage drinking.
Well, so Garden City Police Department works with Go for Zero project to conduct party patrols, additional patrols to ensure teens aren't drinking at parties, and check compliance checks. The checks that alcohol retailers are not selling alcohol to minors. It's always tragic when right at the point of some of the greatest achievement, a kid graduates from high school and then goes out and gets killed in an automobile accident.
Yeah, drunk driver or something.
Right.
Terrible. So yeah, they're going to be watching closely. So that's a good thing.
Drop in pickleball every Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 12, Maplewood Community Center. $3 for drop in. This is for 50 and up.
Yep. And last one here.
Senior fitness room is open at the Maplewood Senior Center, Monday through Friday from 9 to 7, Saturdays 9:30 to 3:30 by appointment to allow for social distancing. Call 734-793-1850 for appointments and membership rates. I might have something for the marketplace too.
I have one that I got here tonight. I wanted to mention Dawn Corey, from Angels.
Oh yeah, wedding dresses.
She has this wedding dress that was purchased at Kleinfeld's in New York, and it appeared on the show Say Yes to the Dress. The bride never wore it, and it was purchased and donated to Angels Above Baby Gowns with the intent that they would sell it and use the funds for supplies and shipping. They are offering the gown to one lucky bride. The original price was $6,000. The size is 6 to 10. And the dress needs some steaming and pressing because, as you can see, that's how it was taken out of the box. All offers will be considered for this dress. So if you're looking for a wedding gown, contact Dawn Corey on Facebook at Angels Above Baby Gowns. So I wanted to get that out there for her. and they'll use the money to do the great things that they do.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you
I-
wanted to mention Music in the Park. Do you have that in your marketplace? You want to read that?
Yeah, Music in the Park is in here. I'm looking through it. I'll find it. I did want to mention the
Page
chili
4.
cook-off is going to be on October 9th. And St. Thomas, St. Raphael's
Yeah.
is opening back up. And so we're going to be able to have our pig race there.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
It might be the week after the chili cook-off.
Okay.
The exact date isn't set yet, but it could be that. Okay, here's your Music in the Park,
Okay.
June 17th, which is next Thursday, of course, 6 to 9 p.m. in the main pavilion, northeast corner of Cherry Hill and Merriman, with the St. John Smith Band.
Mm-hmm.
Bring your chair and a cooler. Personal adult beverages are permitted, and enjoy this free concert. Mark your calendar for these future dates. Music in the Park on July 15th, Fast Eddie's Band, and on August 19th, the band to be announced.
I think it's Taylor Tucky. I heard it's called Taylor Tucky. They play country music.
So you're announcing it right now.
Well, yeah, that's breaking news. So
Okay.
that will be next Thursday. What else you got? Anything?
Public library, we've been through that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, Elaine Taylor Tucky. Yeah, I did. I saw that. Yep. I mentioned that. Mayor Randy Walker from Garden City's in there. How you doing, Mayor? Good to see you. We will see you in 2 weeks. He'll be on the show, June 24th. Going to be a very informative show. We'll mention that again at the end of the show tonight.
Yeah, I think that's just about it.
All right. Well, save it for in 2 weeks.
We got something about this St. Mary Mercy Livonia Power of Produce Club.
Oh, okay.
Thursdays from 3 to 7 p.m.
Uh-huh.
Bring your well-behaved pooch to the market for a day of fun and shopping, adoptions, raffles, treat and water station, contest, best in show, and cutest pup. Free treats and water. Free market tote bag, courtesy of North Brothers Ford.
And you'll know more about the pig races as you get more information, right?
Right. Most of the details are pretty well set, but there's like 3 dates that they're looking at. I think it's going to be
down, yeah, let us know.
I think it's going to be the 1 week after the chili cook-off.
Okay. Well, that'd be
And
nice.
there's a good
in the
chance
fall.
that we'll
It's
have
cooler.
at the chili cook-off. There's a good chance that we'll have on display the pigs that are going to be in the pig race the next week.
Right. So we got to get our we got to get the Chatmeister in there and get that paid for.
Yeah, so people can vote for them and what have you.
Right. Exactly. All right. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know, Mike, we're always looking for guests to be on the show. So if you know someone who might be interested, it's very easy. You can contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. Just send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can also message us on Facebook and always text us at 734-788-9319. Doesn't matter what community that you live in, we want to hear from you. During this
I'd be
time,
glad to give you some publicity.
yeah. During this time, we'll do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office, just like we did tonight. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization and would like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today, and we look forward to hearing from you. And with that said, Mike, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Yes, podcast.
Special thanks to our guest, Don Nicholson, the cruise guru. If you would like to contact Don, his number is 734-658-5296, or email him at don@donnicholson.net, or just search for John Nicholson on Facebook. Also, thanks to my co-host, Opera Tom Iwinski and Mike Jones. Great job as always. Mike, any final thoughts? I see the Tigers won today.
Yeah, they look good today. That's nice because they really blew it last night.
Oh, that was such a heartbreaker last night. I couldn't stand it. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know about Boyd. I don't get that guy. Or Norris. I'm sorry, Norris.
yeah, he was the one that was
Wow.
pitching in the 11th.
Yeah, Boyd did all right. I mean, it was
Yeah.
terrible. All right. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook at facebook.com/GCChat, where you can watch at your convenience, especially if you tuned in late tonight, Chad Cox. Also, we'll be on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for GC Community Chat. And please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. We would appreciate it. And as always, we continue to thank all of the healthcare workers, first responders, police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that your families and you are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community, so please support your local businesses. Don't forget, here at GC Chat, we like to see and promote community unity. Community unity. So let's be united and support one another. I want to get my my thing up here. Okay. When you can support these businesses, please do it safely. The rules are easing up a little bit, but still be safe and smart about it. And please consider getting vaccinated. We all need to work together to get those numbers down. It's up to each and every one of us. The numbers are improving, so let's keep it going. And Mike,
Hey, we had dinner at Tony's on Friday night.
Yeah. And
He had a pretty decent crowd there. I mean, it wasn't,
what
it
was that?
there was
What
social
day?
distancing, but he had a good number of people.
What night was that, Mike?
Friday,
Okay.
same night that Mark was there from City Council.
Yeah, I think the numbers at the restaurants are down considerably, but hopefully they're going to come back. And remember, Mike, if you see something,
Say something.
right, look out for one another out there. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. It's got a great user-friendly website over there. Remember, we will be off next week. We hope to see you all at Music in the Park. We will be back Thursday, June 24th, live on facebook.com/
The mayor.
with the mayor, Mayor Walker. And we're going to talk about recycling. You don't want to miss it. So until then, thanks for listening. Stay safe. Please consider vaccinating and have a great night. Mike, take care, buddy.
Yep.
See you next week.
Hang loose.
All right.